following program on Derana 24 is classified as PG-14+. It is intended for children ages 14 and older in the company of an adult. It may contain intensely suggestive dialogue, strong coarse language, intense sexual situations, or intense violence or political ideology. A parental control system is strictly advised.
Alright everyone, buckle up because things are heating up. The Diddy trial just dropped some wild new developments that everyone is talking about. The courtroom drama is seriously intense and it looks like the saga is far from over.
Meanwhile, Wicked Part 2 just dropped its trailer. Elphaba's rising, Glinda's torn, and the Emerald City's in for a reckoning. With bigger stakes, darker vibes, and powerhouse performances, this saga's about to hit a whole new level. Will it continue the success of the first film? Time will tell for good.
And of course, we're also breaking down all of the box office action, who's climbing the charts and who is falling off, and which unexpected movies are shaking things up. So do stick around for all the latest scoops and more right here on a brand new week and a brand new episode on Showbiz Tonight.
Live to tape from Studio 24. This is Showbiz Tonight Special. Now, here are your hosts, Anuradhie Vikramasinghe, Sanuvi Mahieash, Aquil and Mahieash Johnny.
Hello and welcome to Showbiz Tonight, a show where we discuss all of our wonderful findings of the week, bringing you goss and the buzz of Hollywood, and of course a meaningful rundown with things that you might like, movies that you might be fond of. And joining in on today's panel, we have last week's panel, a running panel at the moment. We've got Mahieash, we've got Anuradhie, we've got Aquil. Now this...
Wait, we don't have Aquil.
Oh.
We have
we're getting to
the
it now.
governor of Westchester.
We're getting to it now.
the what do you call, the dicey part of London.
Oh my God.
Okay, we have the governor from there. So hello, governor.
Oh my God. Hello,
you want
governor.
some
for having me.
Hands with a cup of tea.
Crumpets and
Oh,
jam.
yeah.
Would you like? Do you know? I'm not even kidding. Okay. So the other day, we were having tea. Okay. So the British way of
Yes,
stirring the tea is it is customary. This is British royalty. Okay. Not just the normal.
Not us chumps.
Sure, no.
Not even. I mean, like even Britain, the normal people don't do this. It's just the British people.
The British.
So instead of doing this, okay, this is what stirring means for us, right? They usually do 6 to 9.
Oh
6
yes, 6 to 9.
You did
This guy seated next to right in was like,
Oh my goodness. You know, Mahieash, that's very funny because our Lankans also have very British roots.
no, but
if you go to a tea, 6 to 9, just really far. 6 to 9, 6 to 9. So that's also
it's like, and then and everything is here.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's fabulous how every week
Yeah.
the first spotlight always falls on Dr. Aquil for his attire.
Because he always make it a point for us to, he brings the data for us to speak about, right?
True.
Today there is a brooch.
There's a brooch, yes.
Yeah.
Oh, he
There you
fought for
go.
that brooch.
I did.
Do you remember the little dangly thing you tried to have? And Mahieash was like, hell no.
It's gonna make
Hell
a show
no.
one day.
So that's what I'm saying. I mean,
Was
like
it
for showbiz,
dangly
it's fine,
Yeah,
but
he
for
has
not.
like a whole hello governor kind of
Hey,
thing
doesn't that
happening
show up in
there.
like head
I'll show
prefect
you.
badges?
No. This is a
our
nice
school had
little
one.
ornament, that
What?
thing that
The
actually
head
goes.
prefect badge has like those chains.
No,
Okay, but this
one
is
of
like
these
2
days He's
gems.
gonna, this is going to expand. Okay, then there's gonna be like a hat.
Yeah.
And it's like hello.
Full cosplay.
that kind of
Hello.
thing.
The walking stick is like hello.
Yeah.
Oh, he
the
has
pipe
it all
comes.
in his head.
And
What
then
about a
the pipe
monocle?
comes. Exactly. Anyway, a lot to talk about. Not about Aquil's attire, but about a lot from our world of showbiz. From Hollywood, a lot more, some interesting things
We have
happen,
interesting
right?
things. We've got to talk about movies, musicals, a bit of
Poop.
Apparently,
Why did you-
she's
why are you
back
gonna
with a
poop?
story.
What?
Last time it was something else.
Y'all don't know about the poop. There's a story about poop.
Yes. Okay.
And if y'all are wondering if it's somebody who pooped on this table, well, could be.
Oh, God.
Okay. Somebody's gonna poop something on the table.
Someone did.
As the.
we're gonna dump the
Poop the
facts.
bed. Dump the facts now.
Good one, good one.
Yeah, give us the load on that.
Okay.
Anyways, but before that, we have to start with our countdown, and of course, movies-wise, there's only like 2 movies that has come into the countdown, and there's a lot more to talk about them as well. But and afterwards, we can have our power with our Gus and the Bus from Hollywood.
Yes.
So before that, let's start our show with a countdown.
Kicking things off at number 10, Dangerous Animal sinks its teeth into the charts with style and savagery. Critics are calling it sleek, sharp and surprisingly artful, with one standout villain turn that's got horror fans howling. It's a clever survival thriller that blends old school tension with modern bite, and audiences are leaving the cinema rattled but impressed. Not perfect, but definitely potent. If you like your horror with brains and blood, this one's worth the dive.
Practice that was taught to me, and it took many years at sea to master. If you'll just go with me here, I promise you it'll help. Now close your eyes. Take a big, deep inhale. And out. And in. And out. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, do do do. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark. Baby shark, do do. Only works if you sing along. Baby shark, do 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 do. Baby shark, come on, Heather. Do baby shark. Here comes mommy shark, do 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 do. Mommy shark, do 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 do. Mommy shark, do 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 do. Mommy shark and daddy.
Still hanging in top 10 at number 9, Thunderbolts. I don't know why I keep getting this. It's literally a curse now, but I'm getting it. Well, Thunderbolts has punched in a hefty $376.8 million worldwide and $190.4 million from international markets. It kicked off strong with a $74 million domestic debut, including a whopping $31.5 million on opening day, even with a 55% drop in its second weekend. It held on this number 1 spot before being edged out in the week 3 compared to the sharp 68% dip Captain America gave. This is obviously for the Brave New World, rather. Faced earlier this year, Thunderbolt is holding better than expected, so this is a sign of Marvel fatigue slowing and definitely making this movie quite unlucky as well. But this is a fresh formula that is definitely much needed when it comes to this movie as well.
You look awful. You sure you're really ready for that public-facing role you asked me about?
Eat shit, Valentina. Where's Bob?
Look at you. You are all so adorable. Just think, I send you down there to kill each other, and instead, you make nice and you form a team. Who is this old Santa?
I'm Alexei Shostakov, the Red Guardian.
What?
All right, slipping down 3 spots to number 8, Sinners is still raking it in with a global haul of $357.2 million, with a break-even estimate ranging from $170 million all the way up to $300 million. The film's already comfortably in the green. Not bad for a genre-bending supernatural western. While some media outlets fixated on Ryan Coogler's paycheck and box office margins, fans are more focused on the film's powerful story and Jordan's dual performance. The numbers don't lie. Sinners might just be this year's sleeper hit turned cultural juggernaut.
Somebody take me in your arms tonight. Somebody take me.
Slipping 2 spots to number 7 brings her back to showing signs of slowing after solid opening. The supernatural Aussie horror flick debuted against Karate Kid legends and still pulled off a $19.8 million opening weekend. Not bad for an original genre film with no franchise muscle. But with this week-on-week drop starting to creep in, the big question now is staying power. Can this particular sort of movie obviously have the mouth cult buzz keeping it afloat, or has the ritual run its course? Either way, its box office journey has been anything but ordinary.
She is so needy. Hello, Wen? Yeah, no, they just arrived. Yeah, no, all good. Yep. Make yourselves at home. Wendy says hi.
Hi, Wendy.
Yeah? Okay.
Does she have a backyard?
It's pretty convenient.
Oh, she does have a backyard. Do you want to see it?
That's all right. Oh, bloody hell. Oh, if you're going outside, don't let the cat out.
Oh, Papa. No way here.
Jumping in to the top 10 at number 6, with some serious flair might I add, is the Phoenician scheme. Wes Anderson trades in spy gadgets this time for pastel suits and symmetrical chaos. And honestly, it works. This dark comedy caper is packed with stars. Johansson, Cumberbatch, Hanks, Defoe, basically half of Hollywood. Critics are calling it a meticulously crafted Rube Goldberg machine of espionage and awkward silences. Well, it's not for everyone, but for Anderson fans, like myself, this is cinematic catnip.
Normal people want the basic human rights that accompany citizenship in any sovereign nation. I don't. My legal residence is a shack in Portugal. My official domicile is a hut on the Black Sea. My certificated abode is a lodge perched on the edge of a cliff overlooking the sub-Saharan rainforest, accessible only by goat path. I don't live anywhere. I'm not a citizen at all. I don't need my human rights.
All right, well, it's time for a breather now. We still have so much goss to dive into and 5 more movies as well to review. So we'll be right back, but until then, you're watching Showbiz Tonight. All right. We have to talk about this. Welcome back. and we need to really get the update on this because I've been wanting to talk about this.
It's been
For a
so
long
long
time,
time
yeah.
coming.
It's been happening for a while now, and also we have some kind of weird updates as well, and that's on the Diddy trial now. We haven't touched it before, even though it's
it was
literally
not-
been ongoing.
Was that not what she wanted to talk for a longer period of time?
That
was what it is.
Yeah.
So that's just, I was saying because like the Diddy trial has been happening and we've been sitting here yapping away and not talking about the fact that
No, we did.
Michael
We did.
Jackson
We
was
spoke about
mentioned.
it. You were not
You
there.
were not here. You were in
there.
the UK.
Well, forgive me.
Loud.
I was sick. No, but forgive me for that because now you got to get the rundown on this. Oh my goodness, the amount of names that have been spilling out for this case is insane. But also there's that entire, showbiz factor always involved because everybody puts the headline on like, oh my God, Michael Jackson was mentioned, Beyonce was mentioned, Michael B. Jordan was mentioned.
Michael Jackson was
Michael
mentioned.
Jackson.
There was a
also,
mention of
yeah,
Michael
he
Jackson
was
in the
also
court
mentioned.
testimonials. Yes.
So see, those
and
are the
Barack
key
Obama.
points. Exactly. People are like searching.
Barack
for those.
Obama, of course, I can actually. I mean, like if you
Alright, what for?
apparently, when you listen to the whole story about Michelle Obama and Barack Obama, which is right now
Okay, this is-
going on. No. This is also a topic that everybody's talking about. Apparently, is their marriage is over or what's going on? Because she keeps coming on podcast. She started a podcast, failure, completely flopped. It went completely belly up,
This is
and
after the
then
book.
on
This is
top of
after
it,
the latest book, yeah.
yeah, on top of it, she keeps going on these podcasts and keeps talking about bad things about Barack. And you don't see them together a lot. And then also for the inauguration of Donald Trump, she was missing because usually those are the things that Democrats, if you take into the political side of things, the Democrats basically tout for saying,
The power couple of democracy.
transfer of power. We don't do insurrections. We are the people of okay. Whatever.
And then there's
Anyway,
the,
that is.
then there's the LA protests. Let's not
Yeah,
get
exactly.
into that.
That's a different story.
wrong subjects
No,
we are talking
this is
about.
the
Anyways.
completely
So-
different program to touch this subject on, by the way. Just watch World News for that, maybe. but it's very important that you mentioned Michelle Obama as well. Who knows, maybe Showbiz, the next potential breakup we're going to be talking about could be the Obama.
Why has
we had
this show turned into divorce?
Go ahead with your Diddy trial.
Diddy trial.
Diddy.
Yes, I've been wanting to
Yeah.
talk about this. All right. So obviously it's horrendous, the things that are coming forward about Sean Diddy Combs. But also it's important to note that, all these celebrities that were mentioned, there were no direct implications for any of them. It was
No,
just,
but that's what I'm trying to tell. When I read about it, yes, their names were dropped, but
But
there
it
were
was
no
just dropped.
There's no accusations, but it was nice to see some of those names come across.
Just
because people were
randomly,
waiting
No,
for
you
it.
remember about a couple of shows back, you said, "Thank you, Beyonce." There it goes.
And then boom, Beyonce is
Beyonce is mentioned. But the thing
but
is
why
this-
was Beyonce mentioned? For completely unrelated.
No, that's what I'm trying to say. Like even Madonna, then Leonardo DiCaprio,
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan, even
Ashton
Beyonce, Ashton Kutcher. All these people were mentioned for associating
Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey.
Whitney Houston is dead,
Yeah.
so she doesn't care.
Mariah Carey, yes, and quite a lot of other people as well. Justin
Mariah
Bieber,
Carey only
so
pops
many-
up for Christmas and sings at one
defrost.
song. And then,
Defrost.
boom, gone.
Yes.
And
No,
he
but here's the
freezes
thing.
back.
The reason as why Barack Obama was mentioned
That's the thing.
is so peculiar, I must
So
say.
I don't know if we have the on-air clearance to talk about it, but I'll brief you a little bit.
Okay.
It was completely unnecessarily, like not even as a person. He was just mentioned during a specific activity. And he was the insignia for said activity, for
Okay.
recreational substance use.
That's a lot of
Obama is well known for that.
No, it's not Obama.
Okay, let's put it this way.
It's Obama's face
the
on
substance
said
used to aid said activity
had
resembles
Obama's face.
Obama's face.
They had Obama's face as an insignia for the actual substance. They call it Obama pills. It's insane. The president of the United States, the former president, is on recreational substances. It's great. Like this is
Diddy trial is something that for us to wait and see, because yes, there are big name drops, and when the name drops occur, it is big news and all that. because celebrities name mention is always gets attention in the news media, but then again you have to be a little bit understanding of the fact that what exactly were they
exactly for
mentioned for
Donald
just
Trump
because
was mentioned,
he's
the Trump couple,
and also something that gained a lot of attraction during this trial was the fact that Diddy looked straight into people's eyes and was like, I know you. And to me,
he tried to interact.
He looked at a person called Stephanie Sue. I do not know whether you guys are aware of who she is. So she's a very famous YouTuber. She's like a crime journalist and such. She has earned her status. The fact that she was allowed to be
in the courtroom,
the entire trial.
She was like a reporter for the public.
She was. And she gives brilliant updates. She covers it through and through. Diddy looks at her and goes, I know you. Twice. And
he has not just done that for Stephanie Sue, he has done that for multiple members of the jury as well, where he has said, that I'll talk to you later, or like talking to them and like, joking, trying to joke with them. And at one point the judge, after they took recess and the jury went out for, deliberation and all, the judge did not, so Sean Diddy Combs, his attorney, he does not interact with Diddy in any sort of way. It's like, I thought I told you to control your client. If he does this anymore, he will not be able to attend any of his own hearings, because he keeps trying to interact and influence the decision of the jury, and not just the jury, but also the, threatening certain members that are here to report on the issue as well. So Diddy's in big trouble. But Sanuvi, during makeup, you mentioned something about this could be one of the ways that he can legally be allowed to sit out of attending the trial instead of, calling in sick. So that could be a possibility as well.
And that is why Anuradhie studied law.
Okay, anyway.
To give us a breakdown
of Sean Diddy Combs' freak offs.
You see where your legal
it's all like
utilized for.
It's fine. I'll appear on.
I keep telling you this is a waste of space, not a waste of space.
In my brain? Waste of space in my brain, yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we got enough about
but
Diddy.
She does not listen to me and to us.
I mean, it's done. What's done is done. I already have my degree, people.
I think that could be the line that Diddy Combs could use. What's done is your honor is done.
Okay.
And now we're done with that segment and we're moving on to something else regarding Dakota Johnson. Yeah, so... Okay, wait. Before we have to give a disclaimer here, Governor. Here, what you all need to understand now, when Anuradhie comes into the table, she talks about legal affairs. She has a little bit of a pop culture. You're a Swiftie too, right?
A little bit of a Swiftie,
And she has a when I come, it's all movies. When Aquil comes, again, music industry. And then the worst, pathetic, disgusting, all that kind of, weird stories. Ta-da!
Jazz hands.
Here's the thing, you need to have the perfect balance, and I bring in that
exactly.
Just a little ick, right?
Yeah, exactly. Okay, it was balanced. Let's let our viewers know exactly what the balance is about.
So, talking about poop.
No, not poop.
Continue.
Yeah, exactly. This is this week's episode.
It's not just poop. So here's the thing, Okay, so here's the thing. So when it comes to girlfriends, we usually look out for one another. So if one of us are wronged, we will jump into action. And that's the same thing when it comes to celebrities as well. Now, Dakota Johnson is such a girl's girl. She took matters into her own hands when she got to know that one of her closest friends, partners, or rather ex-partners now, did a doody. I mean, something wrong. He did something wrong, okay? And so she wanted to take revenge. And therefore
she did a big doody.
She sent a big doody. Not by herself, but rather by a gorilla.
Oh my God.
Okay.
So, in short, what she's trying to say is Dakota Johnson went ape shit.
No, he did
not.
That's exactly what she did.
So to be fair,
she literally took ape shit and
Please, somebody cut this out.
Now,
The editor.
you know what?
No, we
No.
need this on the shorts. He's saying Dakota Johnson went ape shit. That's
But
the
what's
line.
funny is the fact
That's
that
gonna
she
be
got it
viral.
from a website. There's actually
Yes.
existing website that says
So let me tell you.
Space.com.
Tell the story.
Let me tell you how this all came to be. Okay, so you know Vanity Fair on the YouTube channel, they have lie detector tests.
Yes.
Yeah. So celebrities come and
Yeah,
they ask
I
questions
saw
such and
this
such.
episode.
Exactly. And then in this episode was when Dakota Johnson went off to say that okay, so I think she was asked whether there was something that she has done that is like
Weird, bizarre.
weird,
Yeah.
crazy and whatnot, and then only she went on to say this and this. So the conversation that came out of this whole answer of hers was the fact that you can actually buy gorilla poop online. And that there
How
are so
much
many
did she
options.
get it for? I have a few people
And she said you can get like a load of it.
Yeah, how many liters?
I think she 20 a massive.
Liters?
Yes, liters. You
Isn't it kilograms?
Mahesh, no. With fecal matter and bodily fluids, you always
Oh,
do
here we
liters.
go with the
There you
medical. With the
go.
It's
medical.
the fluid ounces that count in biohazard.
Nobody wants to know
Glasses
this.
are like
Never
plastic.
mind. Should be on. No, but she got liters of gorilla.
I mean, so if you are looking for a way to take revenge on your best friend's ex.
I wonder if anybody did that for her when she had an unfortunate falling out.
Yeah.
It's really sad.
Unfortunate.
Chris Martin.
Right, Chris Martin. No,
Chris Martin.
unfortunate
Coldplay.
falling out. I
It
don't
is because
think
8
it
years.
was amicable.
Yeah, it was amicable. It was like 8 years of a relationship, and she was not able to compromise on a middle ground when it comes to the
No,
future.
but
of
that went back to the same point that I made last
With Hugh
week.
Jackman.
Relationships are not meant to last forever, and if you do, then this is exactly what you are supposed to do. Not like go and cheat. She didn't either.
No,
they did.
Neither of them cheated.
Yeah,
No, no,
exactly.
cheating.
So
It was
that is the decent
They're
way to
respectably
end a
partners.
relationship, because you have to respect, the other person tolerated
But then
you
the
for
two of us were talking of
Yeah.
8 years of being in a relationship. This
It shouldn't it
conversation
have-
of, I want to have kids.
Yeah,
I'm
future,
not
yeah.
really
That's
Wouldn't
what
it
she
have
wanted.
come up
into it.
like...
So that conversation would have come, then again we came to the conclusion maybe
Maybe
they
we'll
were
cross
like,
that
we'll cross that bridge.
Not really. So she actually did confess. Basically, she's having this movie press that's going around, right? So she did confess saying the fact that, the fact that she is 35. She wants someone that she can actually go and marry. But what he's been doing is, he has a 13-year, relationship and a marriage as well with 2 kids with Gwen.
So he doesn't feel the need.
So he didn't want to get married. So he was saying, let's get married.
That breakup was also very.
Yeah, that's the thing.
True.
So when you have so these are deal breakers. Like you're probably going to
Children,
have
yes.
conversations on this. But then again, people
It's
are
unfortunate.
Would you actually get out of a relationship if you want marriage and they say, okay, let's do it another year, or let's say let's
You
scrap
asked the
that
right
idea
person.
completely out. Yeah, she's married, but you're just asking, would you do it? Because you're already married,
Yeah, because
So-
my relationship is like it last week had no effect on my
on the
relationship.
table.
at
But
all.
would you though?
Yeah.
I sincerely.
I hope this is not what I think it is.
Okay, Ramdika, if you are watching this episode, I sincerely hope I
You're
was
a cool
just
guy.
saying it in. Yeah, exactly.
No,
You're
the both of us
You're a
watched
cool
it.
cat,
Yeah.
so
We
don't
watched
worry
it
about
together.
that.
Hang in there, man.
He found
Okay.
it hilarious.
You can shake it off.
Yeah.
This
Shake it
entire
off.
issue that we've been talking
meant to
about.
shake it
It's
off.
fine. It's okay.
But would you though?
If a
Genuinely.
person keeps postponing a marriage.
Yeah.
Also, take notes, Ramdika.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
already married to me. He
I'm
can't go off
listening.
Did you
anywhere.
force him to get married?
No.
Oh my God, Jesus!
What is this?
I mean, she
Right.
would do that. She'd smile. She'd be like, "You're going to sit there at the altar and you're going to say, I
Yeah.
do."
Did you do that? And
No, I
you're like,
did
I'll
not.
send you gorilla poop.
No, obviously not. I need
No.
not ask my girls to have a revenge plan if he says no.
But I think
I was not included if you did.
Yes, I
neither
did
was
not.
I, by the way. FYI, did you even know my name at the time?
Huh?
You did know my name.
No, but
never
you were
invited
not
me.
good friends because
True,
you
true,
know you
true.
were busy campaigning for the mayoral candidacy.
Yes, governor.
Governor.
Yeah,
Governor,
governor.
yes. Anyway, governor.
Anyway, we had to move to the next subject.
Yeah, governor, it's yours.
Yeah,
It's the climb, yeah?
Apparently, your favorite subject, Miley Cyrus, is back.
Exactly. Not the subject.
You
but it's actually
spoke about this last
I
week as
did, I
well.
did. But Miley Cyrus is actually back, right? So she obviously did this whole visual album.
You really
She
love the visual
released it.
album.
I did, yeah, I know. So she released this visual album, right? Very similar to Beyonce. Beyonce actually released one as well. So what happened was, when she actually did this press, you do the premiere, right? Because
Yeah.
it's not like a regular movie. It's like filled with music videos. It's a sort of like an amalgamation of all the different music videos, but in sort of like a story, form. But people actually paid money to go and just listen to this whole, press conference. Oh, this movie's about this movie's about this, and everyone was like howling and heckling and booing and like, we didn't pay for this, we want you to do a concert and everything. But it's like, no, this is a premiere. Yeah, it went really bad.
Yeah, one of them was like, we paid $800.
Yeah.
Where's the at least sing
something,
the climb or something?
Exactly.
And she did.
And then she was like, okay, fine, guys, like chill. I'll just sing the climb. And then she started singing the climb.
How did they not know it was a movie?
No, they did.
It's not a movie premiere. It's a
but
sit
the
down
movie
chat.
is about her concert.
Yeah. So they advertised
you can't
it.
really say that it's a movie. It's more like a documentary.
Okay, so it's a documentary, and they're going
visual
in for
album.
No, that's the problem. In order to make tickets, now this is what Hollywood does. Okay, like if you take the movie Martian. Okay, I don't know whether you all remember Matt Damon's movie.
The Martian, yes.
When it was categorized for the Academy Awards, no, actually not Academy Awards, Golden Globes, it was categorized under comedy. Is Martian a comedy?
It's not a comedy.
No, but there are several lines that that he delivers in a comedic manner.
There's like two total.
No, I mean there are a few which he does.
Yeah.
So that movie he won as the best comedic
what, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think they won or not, but whatever. The point that I'm trying to make is that they were allowed to categorize it under comedy. Okay, whereas this was a serious drama, and even the host at that Golden Globes, I think it was
Golden Globe Award for Best Motion
it was
Picture,
Ricky
Musical
Gervais.
or Comedy in 2016.
Yeah, exactly. Did it win?
It did. Look.
So there you go. So musical and comedy is what they categorize. So why they did that was the pool for drama was really competitive, and they knew that they wouldn't have a chance. So because of that, they go and categorize it under, because if you have a one line of jokes, you can say it's a comedy or that is up to the director or the production crew or the producers to decide on that. But then there was a certain set of rules. I think those rules were met, and because of that, it was put into the comedic category.
Met the criteria.
And then that is the funny part about it. Because of the simple fact they categorized as a comedy, it won at the Golden Globes. So it's the same thing what these guys are doing. The documentaries, which is a camera guy going behind Miley Cyrus when she is doing the whole tour,
it's a visual
and
album.
how she's creating this entire musical process and all that. Then
no,
what is it?
It's not. That's the difference between a documentary series and a visual album, right? Visual album is you basically do this entire music video. So you do music videos for all of the all the songs on the album, and you amalgamate it into a series like a movie.
So there is no BTS?
Music videos.
There is no BTS?
There is no BTS. Nothing. Zero.
So this
just goes back to back. It's like the storyline.
So then how can you call it?
Oh my God. Melody Martinez already did this.
So this is
Beyonce
not a
did it
movie.
too.
Exactly.
This is not a movie.
No,
This is
not.
actually a musical.
Yeah. Pretty much. Pretty much.
Nothing else.
I mean,
I mean, like this
just a
keeps
glorified
happening.
production.
Anyway, we had to keep going on because there's so much to get through today on Showbiz, and then again, apparently something to do with a baby bump. Are you pregnant?
I am not.
Then whose
Are
baby
you
bump?
sure?
Yeah. What's with him?
Whose baby bump are we talking about?
We're talking about Meghan
Markle.
Yeah.
How many Megans?
No.
Just Meghan.
Just Meghan.
Are we talking about the Meghan, that killer robot? Or
No.
Meghan,
or are we talking about
the killer of the royals?
No, not Simpsons.
No, she's not the killer of the royals. She is
Suits.
Yeah, suits.
Yeah.
Just African American. Just the British are very racist sometimes.
Oh, you would know.
Oh, please. Somebody brought in. Somebody sat and watched the Oprah interview and went out to, drank the entire Meghan Kool-Aid.
Okay.
And actually watched the baking series. And it's like, ate all the crumpets and, and put the marmalade that she actually created in that, and now coming up and dishing it out here. Okay, proceed.
Okay,
Bloody
so
hell, mate. You're done.
Okay, so what basically happens is the fact that, before she actually had Lil, okay, so Lily was actually the last baby. So before having that, she actually, it's sort of like a motherly thing. When you have the second baby, it's very easier for you as well because you know the process, you're not really scared and so forth. So she decided to actually record themselves, her and Harry, just dancing around, a little bit provocative, not very...
A little bit. I saw the video.
It's not provocative. It is not.
Okay.
I'm pregnant for way too long.
And then she drops to the floor.
She drops to the floor.
And then she pops
like,
up.
probably. For a second I was like, okay, never mind. Anyway.
She's just having fun with her husband.
No, See, these guys are really desperate for attention, right? These two couple.
Oh, specifically, yes. And also the goose thing on Mother's Day.
And the way she tries, one of the criticism that the British television presenters and British critics were coming out with regard to her baking series is that her snobbing of, all the people who she asked one of the celebrities to come and taste her food and teach. This is a teaching moment. She wants to be
Martha
Stewart and in that she wants to do all that whole this is how you cook. No, she's not a cook. Okay, obviously. She's just pretending to be this awesome cook. And basically, let's cut the bread and put the jam and then a little bit of butter. This is the best sandwich you would ever eat. That kind of
maybe she should take a page from my book.
But they were pointing
out, if you
out,
can't cook, you just stand there and help the person who's cooking.
Oh, that's why you have
I
apps
professionally do
where
that.
you can order.
Exactly.
Okay.
No, you
that's
lost
what
the
you
joke.
do. You do that all the time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
she could do
on
that.
Sundays, please.
Yeah, and what they were saying is like she brings these celebrities for her show, and then when they say, "Oh my God, I'm having a sandwich with Meghan Markle," no, I'm actually royal, or I'm what's
Duchess.
Duchess. No, not Duchess.
Sussex.
Duchess of
Sussex.
Yeah, exactly. Now, no, I'm now Sussex. So don't call me Meghan, call me Sussex, as the honorary title. And it has gone to her entire head, and that's why the fakery, nobody buys into it. She did this entire series, the baking series, it was a flop. She did a book, flop. She did this whole Oprah interview. I think the only person who believed that was Oprah. I think
and Aquil.
Oprah didn't even believe that. Okay,
so
she was also, she also just needed the, the interview. All that. So it's.
Do you think they actually left the royal family? Not
I think willingly. They were kicked out.
Exactly. That's what I was just going to say.
I'm very convinced by now. They were kicked out.
They were kicked out. Did you see
Lilibet's
so it was
Disney
in the documentary
birthday?
series where literally Harry says the fact that he was just kicked out. Like they had a huge fight and a huge brawl.
Is that what Spare says? I haven't read
And
Spare.
then they had to decide to leave. Like that's literally what happened. And it's
anyway,
similar to Diana's story as well. But
we will listen to Harry and Meghan Markle for many years to come because they are very desperate.
They love the royals. Hold on, since you brought Princess Diana up, her 300 odd of a collection is currently being auctioned off.
Yeah.
So if anyone is
but
interested,
they have done that through.
Nobody is interested.
I like to bring in a selling pitch.
I need to tell my mother. Like,
nobody's interested.
Let me say, last week was
Princess Diana.
This week is Princess Diana outfit.
Is it not the gorilla poop?
We can't sell that. Oh, I just did give a plug off.
Look at the range. Look at the range.
From gorilla poop to Princess Diana.
Princess Diana on the
I
other.
know.
Anyway, we have to take a short commercial break. When we return, we have to talk about. We have to take a first look at the movie Wicked 2. You saw Wicked 1 last year, and it made Ariana Grande cry at all the interviews.
Do you think it will happen again? It might.
Oh my God! You really think so?
The press junket of tears.
Cry. I don't know if they did like 15 interviews. In all 15, both of them are
all of them,
crying, okay? And so we don't know whether that will happen in Wicked 2. Is that the plot line of that? But we will take a first look at Wicked 2 once we return. This is Showbiz Tonight. We'll be right back.
Elphaba Throp, I know you're out here. Just come in before the monkeys spot you.
There's no going back.
This is between us, the wizard, and I.
The Wicked Witch can't elude us forever. Not with Prince Fiero and his squadron hot on her trail.
No good deed goes unpunished. That's my creed.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz. No one believed in you more than I did.
Elphaba. They're coming for you.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason. I know I'm who I am today because I knew you.
Think of what we could do together.
Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes the sun. Like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant world. Who can say if I've been changed for the better?
Bring me the broom of the Wicked Witch of the West.
For a while there, I thought you changed.
I have changed.
It's time. For both of us.
To fly! Because I knew you.
You're the only friend I ever had.
Because I knew you.
And I've had so many friends.
I have been changed for good.
But only one that mattered.
I'm off to see the wizard.
Welcome back to Showbiz Tonight. I think you had a quick peek at the newest addition to the Wicked franchise, that is Wicked for Good. Now, right before the break, we were talking
Wicked 2 for good.
For good. So,
okay.
Wicked for Good, Wicked 2. So, the title is For Good.
Why couldn't they get Wicked 2 for Good?
Yeah, so it's for good. That's the actual
For Good.
name.
That's like Spider-Man Homecoming, Spider-Man No Way Home.
Anyways,
yeah, so that.
Spider-Man.
The Wicked Witch of the West is back.
She's back. So in the previous movie, if I'm not mistaken, it was how Elphaba got to know that her true sense of what she's supposed to do, and this is her objectives and whatnot. And then we had a proper, I'd say like a split between Glinda and Elphaba and how that friendship works and whatnot. And then she rode off to the sunset in the Emerald City, and that's where we ended. Wicked 2 will be more or less about how the real the ruby shoes, the house falling down.
That's the actual story.
And we actually see the Dorothy.
Yes.
The Tin. And here's the thing. So the Tin Man, Braveheart and everybody, they show it from whatever I saw from the trailer and whatnot, is that there is a bit of a transformation from the existing characters into the Tin Man and whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, because the first the first pictures that they showed. So if you realize on social media, they actually gave us the first look of all the characters, from Elphaba to Glinda to the prince that both of them sort of love.
But you saw the end of the trailer.
Yes, shush, don't break my heart. All that. And you saw from the hairstyles,
we know exactly what's going to happen.
But that's what I'm saying. The transformation from the characters from Wicked
teaser trailer
to
more like spoiler trailer.
To the characters that we love from The Wizard of Oz. How that happens, I think, will be the story.
Actually, no. There's a little bit of a twist in this entire story. Sorry.
Doctor.
Proceed.
There's actually a twist in the entire story.
Proceed, Governor.
So, So a little bit of a hindrance that we got from the previous one, the Wicked one, was basically the fact that Oz is actually not the Oz that we think he's supposed to be.
The wizard is alive.
Wasn't that in The Wizard of Oz?
No, he was. But then this one, he pans out to be the bad guy.
He
So
was the
wizard
bad
himself
guy
is
in
going to be
Wizard of
no,
Oz.
but he is going to be the bad guy in terms of destroying the entire of Oz. And then that's when the whole relationship has to come together in terms of seeing her being the actual queen. That's and then
in the original movie, yes, the wizard is the bad person in the end, but here they go a little bit further to showcase that apparently, you know, that is where the imaginary part of, you know, from the original that they break away.
And he's not a wizard, by the way. He's actually just a magician.
Okay.
He's not a wizard.
Sure, let's discuss the technicality of magical beings, yes? Let's do that.
Speaking of, I'm happy to say that Anuradhie, so we are both massive Potterheads. Yeah, we had this
this is a very important piece
I think
of
you found at
information.
your house too, like a proper house.
Oh, okay, now he's gonna...
A Potter?
You know, your house.
Harry Potter house, the one where he's
Oh yeah, I told you, she lied. I was Slytherin.
I hereby officially submit my public apology, formal apology. My apologies, Mahieash. You are a Slytherin through.
Yeah, exactly. You were Slytherin as well. Because I remember, why I remember it was, you know, obviously I have all the traits of Slytherin.
Yeah.
Okay. And what did you call it?
Ravenclaw.
I don't know what the hell that is.
Ravenclaw? Ravenclaw is the house.
I did not get into the whole Harry Potter world the way y'all did. I just watched it, you know, oh, good movie, nice movie, yay.
Ravenclaw is Ravenclaw.
So do you want your Hogwarts pin or not?
So I was going to say, she finally got me my Hogwarts.
Anyway, what were you trying to,
So
the
I'm
point
very happy about the fact that she brought in a Hogwarts pin is what I
Yes,
wanted.
this is a conversation before we left.
This issue sort this out. So say that Mahieash is from Slytherin. He's
Slytherin, officially Slytherin.
What? Yeah, what else?
I can speak to snakes.
Yes, you can speak to snakes. Yes, parcel tongue.
Parcel tongue.
Anyways,
I think
that's another movie that we have to
I love this one.
take a look at. This is a movie that is going to be releasing soon, which is coming next month on the 2nd of July. So before we talk about it, let's look at the movie.
Open the door! Cam, incoming!
I hate to interrupt a kick-ass slow-mo explosion, but we should probably introduce who's who in the burning vehicle. That's UK's Prime Minister, aka the President of England, Sam Clarke, US President / action movie star Will Derringer, and MI6's top agent, Noel Basset. 24 hours ago, somebody shot down Air Force One over unfriendly territory. And these two made it out. Now, they'll embark on a breathtaking adventure.
Enduros is tough for guys like you. Guys like me. Guys like you, you know, Jim Strong. As opposed to Strong. You want to see Jim Strong? I'll rip a tree out of the ground and beat you to death with it, huh? Go on then. Rip that tree out and beat me to death with it. So I thought, pick the biggest tree.
Obviously, they're gonna need a little help, which is where we come in. That's me, by the way. Now it's up to my elite team of 6. Okay, 5. All right, 3. She's 1. Oh, no. Wait, then how did she... All right, I'll tell you. Okay, the bulletproof vest. I mean, not original, but it works.
It's a real nut punch in a Ziploc bag out there.
Now they're on the run and need to keep their heads down.
Yankees? No. Canadians. Why'd you say Canadians? Everybody loves Americans. Americans love Americans. Today we're Canadians, trust me.
And do whatever it takes to stop World War III, even if it means sucking on sheep nipples.
Who sucks on sheep nipples?
Nobody sucks on sheep nipples.
Okay, God.
All caught up? Good. Cue the music.
The world thinks I look cool with a gun in my hand. Oh, shit.
I got this. Follow me, boys.
How are you alive? I just kept calm and carried on.
Heads of State. Catch us only on Prime on July 7th. Ah, come on! Can we just do one trailer where you don't give everything away?
And there you go, coming soon, Heads of State, a comedic take on two leaders, the United Kingdom Prime Minister. The future Prime Minister is somewhere around here.
That's the governor.
Governor.
No, you
have to ascend it, okay, escalate.
You know, you don't stay governor, no, you have
to move on. So in the duration of this program,
to governor,
it's like Princess Diana, you know, climbs a tree, a princess.
And then one day he will be here with one of those Princess Di's dresses.
Elizabeth.
Like, hello.
What?
Yeah, you never know Aquil. Okay,
you think he's gonna come up in full drag?
Yeah, exactly.
Say, good day, sipping my cuppa with my frills and my little wig. Dance, child, dance. Just getting there with the, you know, little brooch.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Or it could go the other way. It could go all the way RuPaul.
Okay. What if we have a rendition of the Red Queen here?
Yeah, exactly. It's like, you know, what do you call?
Here are my fat boys. Dance, fat boys.
No. What's a catchphrase? What's
RuPaul. Sashay away.
Yeah,
sashay away. You've made your point now, sashay away.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, my Lord.
Anyway, Heads of State. Heads of State.
Yes.
This is the movie we are talking about. We are not talking about RuPaul or Aquil's drag aspirations.
What are we starting?
You know, Heads of State to it's an action thriller, a comedic action thriller where the President of the United States and the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom comes, you know, together. They have issues between their nations. They meet. They fly on Air Force One. Air Force One gets attacked, and then they somehow survive. And from that particular survivor story up until you know the end of this entire sailing of these two leaders of the world is the whole story is about. And who do they send to save?
Priyanka Chopra Jonas and India, you know?
Okay. Exactly, Indian to the rescue.
Send an Indian to get the job done.
Is she Indian or?
She's Indian. She's Indian.
No,
She's still Indian.
I mean,
she kept a citizenship.
Has she taken dual citizenship?
She kept a citizenship.
Now she's actually got dual citizenship.
With American.
Yeah, because she got married.
She's Priyanka. You saw in the trailer, it was Priyanka Chopra Jonas.
Yeah. So Jonas is obvious.
She is officially like, you know, Priyanka Chopra Jonas here on out. And I love there's no plan B kind of whole macho vibe. I really hope though, because it's a comedic movie, they don't put the whole message out there. It's like, oh, big, strong, powerful woman saves the day kind of thing.
No, it does not. But see this action type, I don't know whether her Hindi movies or Tamil movies are.
Hindi.
Okay, sorry.
Hindi, not Tamil.
Hindi movies. Is she an action star?
She's not an action star.
She's in the movies.
Sometimes.
No, so quick Quantico, right?
She's an action
No. What I'm saying is in the Bollywood.
She's a heroine.
She's a heroine, and heroines are rarely ever action stars.
No.
So when she moved to, when she went to Hollywood, she started with Quantico.
Yeah.
Okay, but prior to that, she had like a couple of cameos here and there.
She did
movies.
with Pitbull. She did a music video.
Yeah. So she came to Quantico. Quantico, she was badass. Okay, and she was constantly, you know, that entire series, I think it only lasted for 2 seasons. I think didn't do well.
Yeah, not too well.
Because it's a simple fact that, you know, it's an Indian woman and
wow,
you know,
Aquil is getting
America.
heated. Aquil is getting heated.
But anyway, she rose to fame with Baywatch. Literally, she was in Baywatch, and that's where, you know, everyone.
We knew her since Quantico, though.
Yeah.
Not really.
Baywatch was like good enough.
I actually didn't even know that she was in.
She was in Baywatch for a little bit.
She
was
the bad guy.
She was the bad villain in Baywatch.
Anyway, so she's again coming up with another comedic, action take.
I think we know what area she wants to niche herself in, which is basically special operatives. She's been a special operative for most of them.
Yeah, because there was a kids movie too. I was just looking for the name. We Can Be Heroes, and then she was also playing like
a special ops person. Yeah, I think that's where she's gonna like build her niche.
And then if you see a Mission Impossible, it'll be her.
Really? You want the ballerina treatment for Mission Impossible franchise?
No, actually for Mission Impossible, I think the franchise was offered to the person who played alongside, forgot his name.
You mean the African American guy?
Not the African American guy. The dude who's there in one of Whose soap were we talking about? Sydney Sweeney.
Sydney Sweeney, yeah.
One of her co-stars.
Yeah.
I know
Sydney
you're
Sweeney's
talking about.
co-star.
I know the
movie?
guy. Yeah.
Never you, not you. The one that we spoke out on this very show, Gwen Powell? Gwen Powell.
Okay.
Yes.
Glenn Powell.
Glenn Powell. My bad. So he was actually offered the franchise where Tom Cruise would be like, you'd be perfect for this. And then he refused for the simple reason, because one, I can't perform as good as you do, and my mother will never let me do those stunts by myself.
Oh, wow.
So he's like, I'm sorry.
I like how the conversation went way over there. And then
way. Okay. Anyway.
Why she's just like, why are we still talking about Mission Impossible?
Yeah.
It's been weeks.
I know.
It is
It's a
hanging on,
state. Priyanka Chopra, Bollywood to Hollywood.
Two, what do you call, good actors as well. John Cena, Idris Elba.
I am really hoping John Cena's comedic shtick pulls the weight of this film.
He's good.
I love
movies,
slapstick.
I think he'll do this.
No, I don't think so. But I like the fact that even in the movie, it's an actor that was, elected president. There's a whole conversation there, like the whole toy gun thing. It's great. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. Sincerely, it's coming on the 2nd of July. And,
guess who's watching it at the premiere?
It's actually a Prime video, so which means it's not in theaters. It will definitely land on Prime on the 2nd of July, and you can watch it on the 2nd of July itself, and we can talk about it the week after watching it. None of these people watch movies.
We do.
Okay?
I just told you I was going to sit and get cozy for it.
I send them the list. Zero response. I mean, like the governor in the corner. My God, how many times?
Mission Impossible is the one that he watched, and he hasn't watched anything since.
Yeah, exactly.
He's not watched anything since.
Anyways, we're going to take a short commercial break, and when we return, another coming soon movie. This is a musical which I really want to talk about. There's another story about Priyanka Chopra, right? That you want to say.
Was it Priyanka Chopra?
Was it Priyanka Chopra or someone else?
No.
So anyway, okay, so I completely...
I think
do you want to talk about Priyanka Chopra some more? Because
there was something related to her, because I wanted to talk, link that to that.
Talked about Dakota Johnson. Yes. We talked about Priyanka Chopra.
Anyways, let's take a short commercial break, and when we return, we'll see another coming soon movie, The Kiss of a Spider-Woman, and that is one of the musicals that I really want to talk about when we return after this short commercial break. You're watching Showbiz Tonight. We'll be back.
What's your favorite movie?
I don't have one.
I couldn't live without movies. One of them I'll never forget. Kiss the Spider-Woman.
I've some counsel I can give. You need but ask it. I'm so very glad to share this good advice. You've got to learn how not to be where you are. The more you face reality, the more you scar. So close your eyes and you'll become a movie star. Why must you stay where you are?
You have hundreds of movies. I have one.
And the moon grows dimmer at the tide's low ebb, and her black beach shimmer, and you're aching to move, but you're caught in the
Another coming soon movie, The Kiss of a Spider Woman. This is a musical that I am actually looking forward for because if you look at in the trailer, the musical talent of Jennifer Lopez seems to be on point, and this is also this is, I don't know whether you again in the trailer itself it says who wrote the movie. The person who wrote the movie is the same writer of Chicago
and
Academy.
The Greatest Showman.
Yeah, Greatest Showman, exactly. Performed very well in terms with critics, in terms of at box office, and also in terms of.
Oh, sorry, I know.
What? You don't.
No, when we mentioned The Greatest Showman, it's such an impactful show that we're just all the way back in dreamland with Zac Efron.
So Hugh Jackman. Yeah. So then.
Disappointing news last week.
Yeah, exactly.
But still.
But it was such a good. You know, Chicago was that movie that for me as an individual, no, prior to that Moulin Rouge, but Chicago actually brought in like, I want to show you all this clip and take a look at this clip. And this is the same writer who wrote Kiss of a Spider Woman with J-Lo. And then there are the Diego Luna and I think the other one is a new actor.
It's a fairly new person.
So take a look at this clip from Chicago, and when we return we'll talk about it a little bit. look at Chicago, one of the best movies that was created, one of the best musicals that won, I think, around 9 Academy Award nominees, but I don't know how much. I think it won all. But
that specific scene won an Oscar too.
Yeah, exactly. Before that, anyway, you wanted to make a point.
Yes. So this exact video that you just saw, we watched it. I think we all watched it. And then while Anu and we were in makeup, I was doing something else. She was getting her hair done. Yeah. Subconsciously, we went,
oh, yes. I was getting my hair done. She was getting her lips done. And I could just hear in my head. I mean, both burst out. Was it a musical number in the makeup room?
If you don't know the story about Chicago, the Chicago story is about, it is very similar to A Kiss of a Spider Woman.
Yes.
It is happening inside the jail. It is this prostitute or political, no, I'm not going to say political correct terms. Prostitute who apparently got caught murdering one of the clients, and then this is the court case. So the court case is where they're trying to bring her and make sure that she's safeguarded. That particular clip that you saw is the lawyer Richard Gere, and then Renée Zellweger, and then there is another actress which is Catherine Zeta-Jones. And also, it's not Helen Mirren. There's another.
Is it the reporter?
The reporter.
The reporter. Yeah, she.
Sheldon's mom.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. She was also now. That particular, I mean, the way that they try to bring that story out, it was just a press conference that was happening, but then they made it so creative, and this is what I'm trying to say. My point that I was trying to make is that this is what creativity is. It is rethinking, reimagining a situation where you can just showcase.
I think.
And the way that the whole idea of it was to showcase that the lawyer is basically puppeteering the whole
thing,
and manipulating and everything. And the way they showed it was so
it was through. It's like everything is scripted, is what.
Yeah, exactly.
Also it's
and there's one part,
the you kidding part, right?
Where she's asked, do you?
She went off script.
Yes,
she was like,
did, and he was
kidding, and it's like, no. And even at the very end, as the lawyer sips on the glass of milk, it still projects. He still sings
because the lie has already been sold.
And it's going
already
off.
been.
It's
Yeah,
going
he
off
doesn't need to
Exactly. So this is what lawyers do.
And that is the true potential and capacity of a member of the court.
No.
Just letting you know, I'll be a ventriloquist soon to some hopeful murderer.
No, now that why we actually appreciate and why it won so much of Academy Awards is not because of anything else. These actors who sang, Renée Zellweger, Richard Gere, Catherine Zeta-Jones, not Queen, of course Queen Latifah was a singer. These three main actors are not singers. They can't sing for a penny. And even Richard Gere had to undergo through severe amount of rehearsals in order to perform to that quality. That it was the quality that the directors and the producers wanted. Now what's coming is Kiss of a Spider Woman, which is Jennifer Lopez. Already a singer, very well-known singer. Okay, all her previous movies kind of flopped. Massively.
Except, I think she rose to fame, not through hustle, through the biopic that was done on Selena.
Woman in Manhattan.
No, Selena.
That was that did not go well with the viewers. It was just the critics who were coming up and making a big hype about it. Selena.
It did really well because no one knew J-Lo. She wasn't a singer.
Before Selena.
She got famous for being.
And here's the thing.
You mean the initial one?
Yeah, this is her rise to start. After she was established as an actual singer, she didn't have a good break in acting at all.
The most recent flop that she had was her documentary that she did, a biopic, which is This Is Me Now, A Love Story 2024. That was... I usually stick through movies to see how it goes.
And then few months later... Few months later, I mean, we played it here on Anuradhie 24. I feel for the person who previewed it.
Oh, but, you do you?
Right there.
Okay, but what I'm trying to say is that it's funny, like how the entire thing completely
fell apart,
crashed and burnt right out of the release of that whole movie. It's like, I finally found love. He is the one.
Got married and everything.
And then amicable.
I just hope that her musical stardom power is not what overshadowed, because we already seen the scriptwriter do so much, good when it comes to the thickness of the plot and the entire story. The Greatest Showman had big actors, but that's not why the story was popular. It's because of the plot. So hopefully, for the case of the Spider-Woman,
the Greatest Showman had
really
very, very what do you call marginalized actors and actresses who were superb. Okay, superb in their acting, and they got fandom from that particular point onwards, and it was more of an empowering movie of all these people who have been marginalized and you have been cast, and that entire storyline is that. So that is this thing. Anyway, there is more to talk about, but before that we are going to take a short commercial break. There's another 2 movies, a first look of that. Let's take a commercial break, and once we return, we'll have a first look at the big, beautiful, bold journey, or big, bold, beautiful journey. you will see right after the break. This is Showbiz Tonight. We'll be right back.
Hi. Are you here by yourself?
I am. What about you?
I am.
It's funny how the most beautiful places make you feel the most alone,
Maybe it just depends on the person you're with.
Remain on interstate for 249 miles. David? David?
Sorry, are we talking to each other now?
Do you want to go on a big, bold, beautiful journey?
Yes?
Do you remember?
David?
Happy together, don't you?
Pick up Sarah.
I do.
My car won't start.
Mine told me to pick you up.
Your accent, is it real?
You think I'd fake an accent?
The most beautiful places make you feel the most alone.
Oh, that's a pretty good me, actually. I'm flattered.
In 1.5 miles, take the exit.
What is that? What do you think's behind there?
Dead bodies! Maybe we should go through it.
Everywhere I go leads me back to you.
Oh, wow. Are you gonna tell me what's going on?
I don't know, but I think I've been here before.
This is unbelievable.
I think that's the entrance to my high school. No, wait.
What?
High school.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Said forever, almost bought it.
David, you're late. Come on. How old am I? 15. I'm 15.
Cool. How old am I?
I don't know, 40?
I'm gonna kill you.
I tell her I love her. She says I don't love you. Oh, feels exactly like it felt that night.
This one's for me.
Mom?
I miss you. This isn't real.
Well, it feels real to me.
So what is it that you want, David?
I want to go back to when I thought everything would work out for me.
nice to share this with someone.
But however this plays out, it ends in me hurting you.
And what if I hurt you?
You are capable of being happy. You just have to choose it.
No matter who you are in your life, we just need someone to share it with.
Everywhere I go leads me back to you.
You know how to fix totaled cars?
I do not.
How about burning cars?
No. That's very dramatic.
It's a bit over the top.
Welcome back, everyone, to Showbiz Tonight. That is your first look at another new movie, Big, Bold, and Beautiful Journey.
It took him a while. He was like, is it right?
No, it was a Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey, starring Colin Farrell and also Margot Robbie. It is a love story. It is fascinating. It is one of those movies that actually makes you to think, we can go back in time and change things. What would you do? Actually, this is like a personal question to the entire panel here. For you, if by any chance if you have the opportunity to go back and change, what would that be? What is the regret that you have?
Not take law.
Oh, shush. Not that.
That's not going to fly by at home, okay?
At home, yeah. No.
She'll be homeless next week. Okay.
Yeah, probably, on the streets.
No, honestly, like if we are honest about ourselves, like there are so much of things that
you know my story, Maheesh, and you'd know that that's an answer that I should give you in the personal level.
Yeah, well, but that's what I'm trying to say. It's relationships related.
It's people related, and it's just life. There's so many points in life where you just wish you could like do something, go back. If you change this one tiny thing, maybe everything would be different right now. You could end up at a better place, worse place, you'd never know. But there's still always that need to just, if that one thing, if I didn't walk out that door, if I didn't tell that to this person, if I didn't pick what I picked on that day, I wouldn't be here. So maybe, who knows, it could be
regrets.
Yeah, I'm sure everybody has regrets.
What about you, Sanuvi?
Personal questions.
Oh wow! No, I think the best time that I would want to go back to, just to live life again, would be 14-year-old Sanuvi. She had a blast. She was solid. In terms of things that I might change, I think.
Are you not like stock full of regrets in any way?
Yeah, but then there is one, like, couple of decisions that you make when you were a bit younger that just comes behind you till the end of time. One of those decisions.
You talk about resentful
ex or what? I'm not talking about my husband. Very happy about that decision.
That was my next question.
Very happy, very thankful for him. That is not one of the best decisions I've made. But like before that, there are a couple of decisions here and there. Just
I have a feeling is itching.
The governor.
I think a lot, to be honest. But
a lot,
to be honest. But then here's the thing, though. Even
we need to all go to therapy.
We all need to go to therapy.
No, hang on. I don't need to go to therapy.
No. Oh yeah,
you can be a therapist.
He is the therapist.
Yeah, you can actually do that. No. This is an actual thing. This is a point that we need to bring up. There's always this, little bit of a sit in the chair. Let's talk. And then when everybody walks, it's like, in tears.
No, there's a literal chair.
Yeah, and not because of like, fears or just anything related to, oh my God, like Maheesh hurt me. No, it's almost like, I didn't expect myself to be so vulnerable in front of the guy.
He gets to you. It just gets right deep into your eyes. Like, no, open it, tell me what it is. And he really
that's why we're a bit scared when it comes to him asking us direct questions on this panel. Also, like, are we going there?
Yeah.
No, Aquil, you were telling something.
No, I don't want
that. You were telling something. Proceed.
No, okay, honestly speaking.
Are you crying now?
Okay. This is not Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah.
Don't.
No, it's okay.
No, but you know what, to be honest, I don't think, that's something what Maheesh said as well, to be honest, is, all of these conversations that we have, and grateful to have you as well to really, really get in the ground and really tell us, hey, this is the path and everything. But Here's the thing, yeah. No, I'm just telling. It's not.
Should I hold your hand? Do you want to switch seats?
I think if I didn't do the things that any of us actually did, to be honest, even if we go back in time and know exactly what that knowledge is, I think you'd rather have this experience of where we are today, as opposed to rectifying that. Because maybe what if maybe this is a fun way of life? Maybe I need to experience this, and that's the way of things.
This is turning into the round table.
Yeah, I don't think I don't want to.
Yeah.
I don't want to go back in time. I think I'll
this
just
is
go
Plato's
forward.
school of philosophy at this point.
Yeah.
We listen and we don't judge.
Has any of you watched Suzume?
Suzume?
Yes.
Is it an animation or something?
It's an animation.
Okay.
It's an animation. It's basically the whole concept of magical doors that lead nowhere and lead to everywhere at the same time. Actually, got really popularized after the production of that specific animation film. So to see doors in mainstream, Hollywood media is kind of like deja vu for me. Everybody thought it was like a novel concept, but it's happened before. Yeah. I just adore the human take.
Okay, now I think the big question is, what is yours?
Oh,
yes.
I like you now.
What is yours, Mahieash?
Hiring us?
We have to take a break. No, I mean, I try, you guys know this very well. I try to live my life without any kind of regrets in life, but then there was a very, 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 very open regret, which, some of you all know about, and then couple of years I've been it has completely devastated, taken me, all throughout that kind of, vulnerable situations and things like that, and broken me health-wise too, and all that has happened. But then again, that's the question. Okay, so in this movie, The Big Bold Beautiful Journey, what they're trying to say is, in the end, I'm pretty sure, which we have not seen the movie yet, but when it comes out, which is coming out, in October. So when 21st. It comes out, September, when it comes out, we will find out that despite the fact that you have the options of going through these doors and going back, because for Colin Farrell, it was going back into his high school and actually looking at his first relationship. And I wanted to change to say certain things, what I wanted to say, the words that I wanted to say to the people that I wanted to say it, I couldn't say it. Or any of that, and then for Margot Robbie, it's talking to her mom, going back in time, walking through one of those doors, and making sure that I can tell her what she needed to hear. So these are an array of regrets that comes, and what makes you to be who you are as an individual. And I too would like a door like that to go through, and my regret, I mean, I don't have regrets in life. I live my life in such a manner where I don't want to have regrets in life. But then one of the regrets was letting a person go, and the very reason that letting that person go, it was not I letting that person left or anything. I kind of shut the door. So when I shut the door, and then you come to the realization, oh shit, I did some kind of a bigger mistake, then you open the door to see whether the person is still there around, and then obviously they're gone. And then you constantly keep doing that. But then again, it comes to the point what you just mentioned. What you are today is because through those trials and tribulations and pain and misery that you have actually gone through, that has made you who you are as an individual. I mean, for me, why I say that I don't live with regrets is not because of anything else, because prior to this, I worked at a humanitarian organization, and I have traveled around the world, where I have seen at the most vulnerable times of people, from earthquakes to floods to devastated cyclones, to this human tragedy that you see at that particular vulnerable moment. And then you learn a lot about life and why you are here, what's your purpose. These are questions that we keep always asking, right? Why are we, what's the point of life? If life didn't exist, I mean, what bad would it happen? Then there is this, concepts that keeps coming in, which I have talked to you all personally most of the time, my philosophical conversations
oh, yes.
that I have with these guys,
But what I'm trying to say is that this movie is a reminder of that. Yeah, every single person of us has regrets, massive regrets about life. And for me, I want to fix, that's the thing. What we don't do is, we don't try to fix the regret. And I think this movie is a reminder.
What do you mean fix the regret?
You see, if you made someone feel, okay, let's say for example, if I scream at you and that made you feel bad and that led to a cascading amount of decisions for you to make, which took you towards another path in your life, and there's a starting point, right? What was it? Me screaming at. So if I actually one fine day finds you in a very vulnerable state where you are, completely not the person that I used to know, and then you have to come to the self-critiquing of yourself, saying, wait, hang on, is this because of me? Because none of us, I don't think, I mean, I don't know, this is turning into a sermon, but but what I'm saying, none of us wants to take that responsibility because for our actions, because we all think that we are perfect human beings. We're not. None of us are. We have so much of faults.
We've all impacted someone in some sort of detrimental way or positive way.
Yeah, exactly. So if we have done that to someone, then we should own up to it. And that owning up is the reminder that I think this movie is trying to tell you, because I'm pretty sure at the end it's going to tell you, no, there's no way for us, there's no point in going back in time and changing history, because it happened for a reason, and that reason is why, you are married to who you are married to.
And he sings Taylor Swift.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
He loves Taylor Swift.
Hey, Linkin Park too, okay? Let's not misrepresent Randy here. Randy, I am your biggest supporter, Randy.
He's in software, right?
No.
He's a mix of software, finance and
fintech.
So nothing lawyer related.
No,
right?
nothing lawyer.
So I don't have to get sued. Worry about getting sued, right?
I just told you.
He does have lawyer friends, but that's okay.
One sitting right there.
Hey, she's on my side.
Yeah, I'm supposed to be on the girl side. But wait, has anybody here watched About Time?
Yes.
I was just thinking, it's giving me serious About Time vibes, right? Like, I love that movie, but it's more of a positive spin on it. That one's more of a, don't rush through the moments, take time.
I think this movie will make you actually sit down and then rethink your whole life and be like, what if?
That's the thing. There's no point in talking about what if. What if is a useless
Maybe at the end of the movie, there'll be a resolution of, maybe what if.
What if is a useless question to ask. What is and what can I do to change it now?
But then again, what if is something that we always ask? We're trained to figure out the what if, even though it's useless.
See, what if we have magical powers like Superman? What if? Okay, and that's why Marvel came up with a cartoon series called
What If. I was just gonna say that because
that was the plug I was throwing at.
I was thinking about
what
I love that show.
About apparently, if things change,
The Watcher, you need to come back.
Yeah, exactly. So there is, all of us has, our religious beliefs, and we have various kinds of,
personal beliefs. Yes,
personal beliefs. And all that leads to one particular point, that there is a higher authority over you. So right now, if you then either you, Aquil as a very strong Christian, he believes in the fact that it's God's way, and I think you who are Buddhists believes in the fact that it is karma or your
karma. It's not
the good and the bad.
It's the good and the bad.
The good and the bad, and I think. Something else.
I like how you outed all our religious beliefs, and then for him it's something else.
No. I for me, of course, which I've been always public. I am a Christian, but I don't con myself to Christianity. I learn about Christianity. I learn about Hinduism. I learn about Buddhism. I learn about Jainism. I want to learn about every single religion and philosophy that is there, because when you actually keep learning about them, one beautiful thing that you learn is that
everything
is connected.
Yeah.
Everybody is
connected and it shares.
And that gives you a better perspective. Anyway, that is the sermon for
Today.
on this Sunday.
That's just a sneak peek into what we get.
That is basically what we have to end our conversation that we had for this week, and we have to take a break, and we actually wanted to talk about a little bit about Superman.
Yes.
But we don't have time for that, but we will play the trailer right now for Superman. This is the final trailer. It's coming out in July 27th or July 7th?
July 7th.
July 7th, right? Yeah, exactly. 7/7/2025. I sincerely hope it's actually good, because I love
the final shot of the trailer. I'm hoping for it to be good.
You know, this thing. So take a look at that, and then we're going to go for a break. And after that, when we come back, it's the countdown.
Superman. The most powerful being on planet Earth. We finally meet. Now, as planned, I'll destroy you. And of course, that reporter you always do interviews with. Who raised you as a child? I'll kill them too.
No matter what you do to me, Luther, your plans won't work.
Wrap it up.
Good luck with that.
Make a move, Big Blue.
Left or left?
They chose him. Let them die.
Hey! Quit messing around!
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff. Hey, buddy. Eyes up here.
Alright, well, coming back, still hanging on at number 4 is Final Destination Bloodlines, and I'm so glad it is. It's proving death has serious staying power in the box office charts. With IMAX screens, a viral Mother's Day prank screening, read about it, and nearly $200 million worldwide, it's keeping horror fans buzzing. The trailer alone nearly broke the internet, if you'd recall, and one screening even had a real ceiling collapse. Talk about immersive horror, am I right? This might be the 6th film, but with numbers like these, don't count the franchise out just yet. Final Schminal. Death clearly isn't done.
I'm okay. It's okay. It's all right.
Last week, it was kicking high at number 3, but Karate Kid Legend slips to number 4 this round with Jackie Chan and Ralph Macchio back in action. The nostalgia is real, but it is enough to keep in, of course, at the top, well, maybe top 10, but it's pulled in $73.9 million worldwide so far, which isn't bad, but it did open at a bit softer than expected. Some say this is Cobra Kai's streaming crowd just wasn't ready to make the jump back to the big screen still. For fans, the crane kicks, wisdom quotes and hearts, this is definitely one of those plenty of fight films that they very much love and adore. So, hey, this is definitely deserving on the top spot.
I want Lee to learn Miyagi Karate. Lee means to me what you meant to Sensei Miyagi.
I'm sorry, Mr. Han. I wish I could help you.
You will.
I can't.
You can.
You're not listening to me. I'm not coming to New York.
I see you in the Big Apple.
All right, well, Ethan Hunt is still running, just not quite as fast. Mission Impossible: The Final Reckoning holds steady in the top 5 at number 3, raking in $28.6 million in its third weekend. That brings its domestic haul to a solid $187.4 million, with a global total soaring past $511 million. IMAX screenings alone have contributed to over $40 million worldwide. Proof that audiences still do love their spy action big and loud, like our panel here tonight. But with newer contenders creeping in, will Hunt keep the place, or is this his final climb up the box office ladder? I guess we'll never know.
You must be Captain Bledsoe.
And you must be out of your mind.
From the world of John Wick, Ballerina coming in hot at number 2. Ballerina makes a strong debut of $50.5 million worldwide and counting. It is definitely one of those big lead-up with some serious Thursday night energy, but fell just shy of those.
Alrighty, there's only time to reveal the number 1 movie. Apparently, Mission Impossible is going down, down,
down.
Okay.
Taking a tumble.
Exactly. Mission Impossible could not reach number 1, but sadly, for me.
No, it's unfortunate.
It's sad for us too.
Yeah, exactly. You guys love it.
It's sad for Sanuvi and Mahieash.
Exactly.
Aquil and I, we could Lilo and Stitch made us cry. That's good enough for us.
So number 2 movie is a surprise to John Wick, but then again, Keanu Reeves, a very, very strong contender there. So the number 1 movie this week is
Lilo and Stitch. I like how that was just.
Okay, just like we practiced.
What are you doing?
Watch this.
I'm excited. Go. I'm watching.
You look like an angel, walk like an angel.
I love that song.
You're the devil.
Did you even see?
We're gonna be late. Come on, turn that off. Go get your shoes.
That's like a superpower. The only superpower that I have is sometimes when I run too fast, I fart.
Lilo and Stitch. Yeah. It's such a worth it movie. I'm telling you.
And also, it does say Ohana means family.
No, he says this is my family.
No. Because, okay, here's the thing. Stitch doesn't say it. Leela
Exactly.
That's
yeah.
Stitch said it.
No, he didn't.
She keeps going, what does
Stitch is
Ohana
the
mean?
one who said it in the cartoon.
Yeah.
And with that word, because if Stitch said the very
Be
reason,
projecting this at him.
No,
You're the one that brought it up.
I cried.
the very reason Stitch needs to say it is
because it's
the realization an alien who came from outer space, who is designed to be this, killer machine,
understands what family is.
bad this thing, for him to realize the fact that humanity has so much of goodness and that family is the best place to be. It doesn't matter whether you have a father, mother, brother, sister, whatever, whoever. What is your family?
Family is family.
That is family.
Ohana means
family, and family means nobody gets
apparently
it.
did not happen.
That didn't happen.
Okay,
Aquil.
sadly.
We're the last two supporters for this movie,
I tried.
unfortunately, on this panel. But
No, I see. I am not upset about if by any chance Lilo and Stitch came later on, and I watched it, then I would have been fine with it, and I would have actually praised it. The very reason that it stings a little bit that Mission Impossible could break this movie's.
So Mission Impossible is
So
fighting
apparently, right now, like we said last week, I said it's going to take at least 2 weeks for them to break the $500 million barrier. Oh no. This week, closer to $680 or $690 already been made $690 million, which means over
already done.
$500 million. Anyways, well, this family has to say goodnight to all of you and to the families who have been watching us. We really appreciate you taking the time, Anuradhie, myself, Sanuvi, and also the governor of Westchester South. Okay, or
could have said Piccadilly.
London's Chinatown.
Oh yes.
God knows where. But if that place, one of those, from
lovely having you
with the
for a
governor.
chat.
Thank you.
We say good night to you and thank you very much for watching. We'll be back next week with another episode of our Gods on the Buzz on Showbiz Tonight. Have a good night.